Hey guys, let's analyze Thyrocare. It's a diagnostics company just like Lal Path Lab, Metropolis, and yeah. So Lal Path Labs has been doing very well. Stock is part of my long-term portfolio. Thyrocare, not so much. We'll try and analyze technically, you know, what's there, what's happening in this stock. So if you look at month-on-month basis, the stock broke out. So as the IPO happened in 2016, it went down. Now it is broken out of the life high and with great volume, and it's consolidating now. So let's look at the weekly here. In the weekly, stock bottomed out during COVID crash. It's up 200%, and now it is basically corrected 30%, which is pretty normal, pretty all right after such a huge move. Now, what's interesting is if you will see the correction has been on very low volume. This is the weekly chart. Volume is relatively low, below the 50-week moving average volume. Okay, and then the stock starts going up over here with higher volume, and then it starts consolidating again. So this is encouraging to see after a correction of almost what 3, 9 months. The stock has reclaimed its some high ground and it is starting to consolidate. So that is a good sign. Now, where do we enter? So, what has happened and what got me interested? This stock was trending down slowly. It was like a slow grinding downwards, very erratic, and suddenly there is this move. Volume has risen, high volume, and the stock goes up by around 25-30%. And then it starts consolidating again. So what what got me interested? First, it reclaimed. First, couple of positive things. Um, it bounced from the rising 200-day, reclaimed the 50, reclaimed the 50 in April. So it's been more than 50 days. 50-day moving average has turned around, and now the stock is consolidating. So if you see that volume is relatively low here, when it's falling, the volume is low. When it's on the up days, the volume is high. There, although the stock is still erratic because there are still days on which the volume is pretty high on the down day. So what do we want here? What we want here is for this to settle down, volume to go much lower, and then we take a trade. So what have I done? So I've bought a small position here at these levels. I've added a few, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the basically the price to tighten up a bit further. You know, I like the price action here, but I'll wait. And what's my stop loss? So my stop loss is if it closes below the 50 and below the 200-day, very high volume on a weekly basis, that will be my stop loss. As of now, I've bought a small portion of my total position size, and I'll be adding as and when how the stock is moving. Depending upon that, I'll be adding. I like this price action. Volume is lower. Volume is lower. I like this price action. I My guess is that this probably comes down till the 50, sort of takes a support here and then starts going up again. That is what I mean. That could possibly happen with this stock. Let's check the fundamentals. Uh, 86% is with promoters and FII, 7% with DII. Very small amount of uh, shares out in the market, out to trade. Great cash flows for a 5,000 crore company. No borrowings at all. They have investments of around 126 crores. That is good. Great set of numbers. If you see, sales have been rising. Operating margin is basically contained in the range of 35-40%. Profits have risen. Profits have gone up by 200 basis points. That is good. Quarter on quarter, March results were very good. Last March, they posted a loss, quite possible because of the COVID thing. June also, they didn't make any money. But see the last 3 quarters, great set of numbers. Overall, this stock looks good. On a weekly basis also. On a weekly basis also, I feel that it will likely consolidate here and probably break out from here. So I'm positive about this. This is exceptionally well. This whole correction volume is very very low. This indicates that the stock was falling because of less demand and um, not because of selling pressure. So that is something that most traders don't understand. Everybody thinks that just because the stock is falling means there is selling pressure. So let me tell you something very interesting. A stock can go up because of two reasons. A stock can go up because there is demand or there is no supply. That means that if demand is higher than supply, the stock can go up. But if there is no supply, if there are no sellers, stock can still go up. What are the two reasons that the stock can go down? No demand or more supply. No demand means buyers are less people are interested in buying the stock. That can also drive the price of the stock lower. Or supply is more than demand, which means there are more sellers than buyers in the market. This looks like a case of less demand, less buyers in the market. All right. So we've been buying at these levels. I'll be adding if it sort of shows, good strength going up on heavy volume. I'll be adding more. Okay. Thanks, guys.